Right now, as you are watching this, a massive weather pattern flip is happening across America. And if you live anywhere from Texas to New York, you need to hear what is coming next. Because what the models are showing right now has not happened once in all of 2026. We are talking about a 7-day stretch of severe weather, tornadoes, damaging winds up to 70 miles per hour, hail the size of golf balls, and flooding rain hitting more than 270 cities across the United States. And here is the thing that should stop you in your tracks. The jet stream, which has been sitting way up in Canada all winter, is crashing south. That single shift is about to flip winter into spring almost overnight. Temperatures in some areas will jump 25 to 35 degrees above average. And with that warm air slamming into cold air from the north, the atmosphere is about to become a pressure cooker. Stay with me through the next 5 minutes because I am going to break down every single day, city by city, hour by hour, exactly when these storms will hit your area. And at the 5-minute mark, I will reveal the one specific day next week that forecasters are most worried could produce a full-blown tornado outbreak. But first, let me give you the reward you deserve for being here early. If you live in Dallas-Fort Worth, Oklahoma City, Tulsa, Kansas City, Little Rock, St. Louis, Cincinnati, Indianapolis, or anywhere in between, you are in the direct crosshairs for at least 4 separate rounds of severe weather between Wednesday and Sunday. 4 rounds, not 1, not 2, 4, and each one gets progressively worse. Drop a comment right now with your city and state. Tell me where you are watching from, and I will make sure you get a specific forecast for your area. I read every single comment. Now let me walk you through this day by day because the timing is everything. Tuesday is our warm-up day. Isolated hail and gusty winds across Oklahoma and southern Kansas. If you are in Oklahoma City or Wichita, storms fire between 2 and 6 in the afternoon Central Time. Nothing catastrophic, but the atmosphere is testing its power. Meanwhile, in the Northeast, Maryland, Virginia, Pennsylvania, and New York deal with light ice and wet snow. Central and northern New England could pick up a few inches, but do not get comfortable with winter because it is about to be evicted. Now here is where things escalate fast. Wednesday is the first real severe weather day of 2026. The Storm Prediction Center has already issued a level 2 out of 5 risk, and we are still days away. That almost never happens this early. The target zone stretches from Dallas-Fort Worth all the way north through western Arkansas, including Fort Smith and Fayetteville, and pushes into southern Missouri. Storms will begin firing Wednesday afternoon around 1 in the afternoon Central Time in Oklahoma and Texas. By Wednesday evening, between 5 and 9 at night, the most intense activity will hammer the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, eastern Oklahoma, and western Arkansas. We are talking large hail up to 2 inches in diameter, damaging wind gusts hitting 70 miles per hour, and yes, a few tornadoes cannot be ruled out. If you are in Waco, Dallas, Fort Worth, Tyler, Shreveport, Fort Smith, Tulsa, or Oklahoma City, Wednesday evening is your danger window. Have your safe room identified. Have your weather alerts on. Do not wait until you hear the sirens, but do not skip ahead because here is the twist. Wednesday is not even the worst day, not even close. Thursday brings another round. A new low-pressure system drops off the Rockies into the high plains. The severe weather zone shifts west, targeting southwestern Oklahoma, the Texas Panhandle, and areas around Abilene, San Angelo, Big Spring, Plainview, and just east of Amarillo. Thursday afternoon through Thursday night is your window. Isolated hailstorms and a couple of tornadoes are possible. If you are in Wichita Falls, Lubbock, or Midland, Odessa, pay close attention Thursday evening. The storm energy is building with each passing day. Now Friday, this is the day that has forecasters on edge, and I promised you at the start of this video that at the 5-minute mark I would tell you which day could produce an outbreak. Friday is that day for this week. Here is why. A much more powerful storm system will blast off the Rockies with a 995 millibar low pressure center. That is a strong storm. The low-level jet, which is the river of wind about a mile above our heads, will be screaming at 40 to 50 knots out of the south. When that southerly wind collides with the southwesterly flow higher up in the atmosphere, it creates a spinning motion. That spin is exactly what tornadoes need to form. The risk zone on Friday is massive. It stretches from South Texas all the way up through Dallas-Fort Worth, Oklahoma City, Tulsa, Wichita, Topeka, Lawrence, Kansas City, and reaches into southern Iowa just south of Des Moines. Every single one of those cities is in play. Friday afternoon between 2 and 4 in the afternoon Central Time is when supercell thunderstorms will begin to erupt across the southern plains. By Friday evening between 6 and 10 at night, the most dangerous storms will be pushing from central Oklahoma into southern Kansas and western Missouri. Damaging winds, large hail, and multiple tornadoes are on the table. If you are in Houston, San Antonio, Austin, Waco, Dallas, Fort Worth, Oklahoma City, Norman, Tulsa, Wichita, Topeka, Kansas City, Springfield, Joplin, or Des Moines, Friday is your day to be completely weather aware from the moment you wake up until you go to bed. And we are still not done. Not even close. Do not miss what comes next. Saturday, the storm reloads. Thunderstorms across Texas, Oklahoma, pushing into Kentucky and the Ohio Valley. Wind is the biggest concern, but tornadoes cannot be ruled out. Dallas-Fort Worth, your fourth straight day at risk. Abilene, Waco, Central Texas on high alert. Louisville, Lexington, Nashville, Saturday evening could bring storms your way. Sunday, the pattern continues. More isolated severe weather from the Ohio Valley into the deep south. Columbus, Cincinnati, Huntsville, Birmingham, Jackson, Memphis. Keep watching. Dew points in the 60s across the southern tier mean tropical level moisture for early March. Now here is the part that honestly keeps me up at night. And I say that not to scare you, but because you need to know. Monday looks like a brief pause, but Tuesday, March the 10th. Tuesday is the day that could change everything. Here is the setup. An Alberta Clipper, which is a fast-moving storm from Canada, will dive south. At the same time, extremely warm and moist air will be surging north from the Gulf of Mexico. When those two air masses collide, the pressure gradient between them will be incredibly tight. That means explosive wind shear. That means the atmosphere will have every single ingredient needed for a significant severe weather outbreak, possibly even a tornado outbreak. The GFS model is showing signals that are hard to ignore. Now, I want to be clear. We are still 8 days out, so confidence is not 100%. Right now, the probability sits around 15 to 20% for a major outbreak. But those odds could climb fast as we get closer. If you live anywhere from Texas to Ohio, Tuesday, March the 10th needs to be circled on your calendar in red. The temperature picture is equally shocking. By Friday, the Midwest and Ohio Valley could see temps 25 to 35 degrees above normal. Charleston, West Virginia might hit 80. Southern Georgia and Florida flirting with 90. Mid-60s as far north as Chicago in early March. That warmth is fuel because when a cold front crashes into that heat, the atmosphere erupts. Now, I know many of you are thinking, what about my city? Let me break it down region by region, Northeast. Philadelphia, New York City, Boston, Hartford, Providence, Albany, Portland, Maine, Burlington. Your severe weather risk is low this week. One more round of light snow and ice, Tuesday into Wednesday, then temperatures surge into the 50s and 60s by the weekend. Southeast. Atlanta, Charlotte, Raleigh, Charleston, South Carolina, Jacksonville, Savannah, Tampa, Miami. You are mostly warm and dry, 70s and 80s all week. The severe weather energy is tracking to your west and north, Ohio Valley and Midwest. Columbus, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, Detroit, Indianapolis, Chicago, Milwaukee, Minneapolis, St. Louis, Louisville, Nashville, Memphis. Severe weather possible Wednesday through Saturday. Some of you will see temperature swings of 40 degrees in 48 hours. That kind of whiplash breeds dangerous storms. Southern Plains and Texas, Dallas, Houston, San Antonio, Austin, Oklahoma City, Tulsa, Little Rock, Wichita, Amarillo, Lubbock, El Paso, Abilene, Midland. You are ground zero. Multiple rounds of severe weather Wednesday through Sunday. Have your emergency plans ready now, not tomorrow, now. Central and Northern Plains, Kansas City, Topeka, Omaha, Lincoln, Des Moines, Sioux Falls, Fargo, Bismarck. Risk increases Thursday through Friday with damaging winds and tornadoes possible. Rocky Mountain region. Denver, Colorado Springs, Albuquerque, Salt Lake City, Boise, Cheyenne. Some snow over higher elevations, but severe weather risk is minimal. Denver, March is historically your biggest snow month. Do not put those shovels away yet, West Coast. Los Angeles, San Francisco, Seattle, Portland, Phoenix, Las Vegas. This is mainly an eastern United States event. You are largely unaffected. Now let me leave you with this. We are entering one of the most active 7 to 10 day stretches of weather in months. Severe thunderstorms, tornadoes, flooding rain, 80-degree heat in places that were below freezing a week ago. The atmosphere is waking up in a big way, and there are strong signals that the period around March 9th through the 13th could produce an even larger event. We will cover that in detail in the next video. The model data for that period is getting more concerning with each update. If it verifies, we could be looking at one of the most significant March severe weather events in recent years. Drop your city in the comments. Share this with someone you care about who lives in the storm zone. Make sure you are following so you do not miss a single update. This is going to be an active period. Be prepared, be weather aware, and I will see you